It's always something. It's always something. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another video on a broken A50. So guys, link in the description for our last two videos at Outback when we took the A50 out for a rip. Go watch them if you haven't watched them. Like them, like this video too, guys, so you guys can get an idea or a backstory, a further backstory on how the A50 broke and, you know, just what happened that day. But pretty much, so the A50 was extremely hard to shift, guys. Like I could not get that thing to shift. It was so freaking hard to shift, but it's fixed now. After like 2 to 3 days, it's finally fixed. So if you guys saw like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I ended up shredding the belt on my A50, and I pretty much just took it off, slapped a new one on, called it a day, you know? But you live and learn with this stuff, and I had to learn the hard way. To the people that commented that it was stupid for me to just do that, because, you know, it was gonna be pointless because I was gonna mess up my four-wheeler, you know, in a way, you were right. So, you know, shout out to those people for correcting me. Like I said, you learn on the way with this stuff, but pretty much what was wrong with it, I needed to pull both of the clutches and I needed to clean them out and stuff like that. So in this video, guys, pretty much if you just have a belt-operated four-wheeler, this video is gonna be very helpful for you. More specific, a Sportsman 850, but you know, but pretty much all belt-operated four-wheelers, if you ever shred a belt, you're gonna wanna pull the primary and the secondary clutches and clean them good, guys, because if not, the same thing's gonna happen with me, or you might even, you know, break something else. So like I said, guys, I'm gonna show you how to pull the clutches on this, and it's actually very simple. So you're gonna need a clutch puller. You can probably get one on Amazon, eBay, or EPI clutches or whatever. It's actually, and for that, it's just a 7/8 socket or a 22. And then for the this is for the primary. The secondary is a 15-inch socket. And then to pull, because we're gonna undress it completely. You don't have to undress it at all, but just for the sake of the video and to give you guys a better view on it, we're gonna undress the whole four-wheeler. I have taken off most of it already and just left on like the key points for you guys. So it's all Torx bits. So it's got four on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a T40. It's got 3 on this side. They're held down with nuts at the bottom. Same thing with this side. 3 with nuts on the bottom. It has 2 back ones right here. In the storage compartment, it has 1 on this side, 1 on this side. That's a T40 as well, and then another T27 right here. So pretty much, you end up taking off all of these. This one right here, this one right here, this one right here, and once you have taken all of them off, pretty much the whole top assembly just comes right off. Now, put that to the side. Like I said, it's not necessary to pull your clutches, but I'm just doing it for the sake of the video. Now down here, to get to your belt box, you're gonna have to take off this like this crossbar right here. Like I said, I have already loosened all of them since I have taken it apart and re-put it back together and reassembled it like 20 freaking times. But like I said, you're gonna want to take that off, and then your clutch box has a ton of these 10mm screws that are just holding in the box around the whole entire thing. It's probably like 12 or 14 screws. But taking that off will give you access to your clutches. So you're gonna have a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you're gonna have 14, 15, 16, and actually 17 screws holding in the top rack. And then you're gonna have 4 push pins right here, 2 on each side, that literally holds this back rear piece in place. Now, I'm gonna put you on my tripod and show you how to take off this little piece right here. Now guys, it's actually really simple to do, but it's just kind of hard to do with just one hand. But you're gonna wanna undo your seat, and this literally just pops right up, like this. And same thing with the other side. You literally just pop it right up, and the whole entire assembly comes out. After you have taken out all the cover screws and stuff, this literally comes right out. You literally just twist it to the side and pull it right out of that spot like this. That's why you have to remove this cross member, because if you don't remove it, you won't be able to take your cover out. So just put everything organized to the side, and then we're gonna start on the clutches. Now guys, taking it apart is actually very simple once you have gotten the hang of it. You will need a pry bar to hold it into place. But we're actually gonna take off the belt first, and every four-wheeler you buy should come with this piece right here. This piece will help you take off the clutches very easily. Here's the part number for it. Let it focus. You use this end of it right here. You poke it into this little crevice that's right here, and you just open it to the side like that. And that actually causes for the secondary to open up a little bit for you to have enough like slack and space to pull off the belt. So you grab the belt, push it on the side like this, take your clutch puller out, roll the secondary clockwise, and that'll literally pull out the belt like nothing. So the belt, you're gonna want an inspection to make sure that it's good. Mine's brand new, obviously. And we're just gonna put this off to the side. Now to pull off the secondary, guys, it's gonna be a 15 mil. You can use a socket, you can use a wrench, whatever you wanna use, but you're gonna wanna put it on there. You're gonna wanna grab a pry bar. You're gonna wanna stick it up at the top. You're gonna wanna stick it in like this so the secondary won't move whenever you're loosening it, because it'll free spin. So it is a little tight, but it should come right off. Now guys, you're gonna wanna unloosen it and don't mess with it at all. The way it is right here, just put that to the side. Carefully, don't lose any of the washers. And doing that, the secondary just literally slides right off. Guys, to pull off the secondary, it's super simple, but there's a technique to it. You have to pull it out like this and then twist it up. Like that. And then just pull it right out the side. Now, that's your secondary. It's completely out. Now we're gonna work on the primary. Now guys, if you don't have a clutch puller, you're not gonna be able to pull out the primary. Now, you're gonna need something just like this. You can probably find it on eBay, Amazon, or EPI clutches. I actually ended up borrowing it from a friend. Now here's the thing, to loosen this one, you're gonna wanna use that pry bar again and stick it in there just like that. So it doesn't move and it keeps it nice and sturdy in the same spot. And to loosen this, it's actually threaded opposite. Sometimes these clutches actually have tension on them, so when you go to pull them, they'll pop at the very end. This, I think since I've pulled it so many times, there's no tension on it and it just literally comes right out. But that's it. It comes right out. Like I said, just like the secondary, you're gonna wanna pull it, push it apart, don't move it, leave it just how it is. And that's when your clutch puller comes in. I don't wanna grab it, find a way into it, because it's a little difficult with all these axles and stuff in the way. But and sometimes it'll have tension and it'll actually pop out. And then sometimes it has no tension and it just comes right out. So you're gonna remove your pry bar, guys, and the primary should slide right out just like this. So now let me show you how to pull these apart and actually clean these. All right guys, now that we have the primary off, we're gonna start off with the primary. Now, what you're gonna wanna do, I've already done it, it's kind of faded away now, but you're gonna wanna grab a marker, mark the top of it, and keep a straight line all the way down. Because when you reassemble it, you wanna reassemble it in the same way that you took it apart. So mark a straight line down all the way up from the bottom to the top so you can remember exactly how you took it off so it can go back the same way. Now to take it apart, don't mind the boots, they look a little beat, yes I know. You're gonna wanna put a little bit of pressure on top of it by stepping on it to push it down just a little bit. And then that'll give you enough to put a 10 mil on it and to pull all these nuts off of it. Screws, I mean. There's 6 of them all around. The top piece will come just right off. There we go. Now, you gotta make sure that you have it marked, and if you do, you can just pull it right off. You can pull off the spring and a little washer that's down in it. But make sure you don't lose that, guys, because all that stuff is really, really important. Now, there's a lot of ways to check this. You're gonna wanna turn it upside down like this, And you're gonna wanna check a lot of the things in here. For example, the weights, make sure they move freely. If you're having some kind of like problem similar to mine. And make sure there's some little rollers right here inside of it. Let me see if I can show you guys. Right there. You're gonna wanna make sure that those spin freely, that they're not messed up anyway, or they're not spinning. You gotta make sure that they're spinning good. Mine's gonna spin it freely just because I've already cleaned it, but to clean it, guys, you're just gonna wanna use brake cleaner. So what I did, I just grabbed brake cleaner. You can just get this at Walmart, and you're gonna wanna clean all up in here. Pretty much after you do that, it's just gonna clean it up nice. So you're gonna wanna do it with brake cleaner, and then you're gonna wanna hit it with WD-40 on the rollers and the weights just to make sure that everything is functioning right, because that'll keep it nice and lubed up and from seizing up. So I've already done it like I said, but I'm just gonna spray it again just for the sake of the video. So once it's lined up, guys, you're actually gonna wanna put some weight on it, push it down, pull the bottom up, and you're gonna wanna screw it down. All the way around until you've done them all. Now guys, that's literally it to clean this thing and make sure everything's good. But you're gonna wanna do this every single time you have a belt blowout, because it might not seem like it, but a lot of the little tiny specks of belts will get all up in here, and actually it'll cause it, just like you saw with mine, to kind of freeze up, keep rolling even when you've stopped, or even hard shifting. So make sure you clean it nice and good, put some WD-40 on it, make sure everything else in here spins good, and if it's functioning the way it should. This is the one-way bearing. Sometimes this will seize up and it'll stop your belt from rolling and not moving the machine. Now guys, moving on to the secondary. To take this apart, it's literally T25 Torx bits here at the top. Now this one, you don't have to use a big impact like this, but I am, since it just makes the job a little bit easier. But you're gonna want to take off all the screws. You're gonna want to take off 2 of them. Grab them, put them to the side. Don't lose them, they're important. You're gonna want to take off 2, twist it to the side, but make sure you keep pressure on it. Like I said, they do make special tools to put it apart, so you don't have to put your feet on it, but I don't have that, and if you can do it without it, why not? Like I said, make sure you keep your feet pressure on it, because if not, it's gonna come up, shoot you right in the face. Now guys, I have already cleaned mine, but like I said, make sure you grab the screws, put them to the side, don't lose them. Now guys, in the secondary, there's only a handful of things that can go wrong. But like I said, you're gonna wanna get that brake cleaner, clean up all in here. You can pull this out, keep it just the way it is. Make sure that these are rolling just freely, they're not seized up or nothing. And make sure that the inside's all cleaned up. This one actually got a little bit of dirt in there, but for the most part, it's relatively clean. And to put it back together, it's pretty much the same thing. You just gotta line it up with the bottom of it. So it would go in there just like this. You see, you're gonna wanna line up that exit piece with the little exit point. And now guys, to put this back together, it's super simple. You literally just put this right over it again. And you're gonna wanna center it. You're gonna wanna mark it, just again so you don't lose the points where it goes. Put one foot on one side, other foot on the other side. Put pressure back down on it, and you're just gonna wanna screw it back in. Gonna go all the way around, tighten it back together, but make sure you cleaned it good. And that is literally it. Make sure you cleaned it good, guys. Make sure everything's good together, back together. Like I said, you're gonna wanna spray it with brake cleaner. Make sure there's no dust in there anymore, and you literally just go. Put these back together, put your machine back together, put the belt back on, and you should be good to go to rip.
5 hours later.
So now guys, like I was saying, what was wrong with my four-wheeler was that, let me actually just start it and show you guys. All right, so what mine was tending to do, it would want to creep even when it was like in gear. So guys, like I was saying, whenever you were in gear, it would want to keep creeping forward. So like you would hit the gas, and when I would let off of it, it wouldn't stop. Like right now, it stops. It lets go, it stops, it does what it's supposed to do. But before, it would just keep wanting to creep forward, even though it didn't really matter what gear it was in. Reverse, stops. Now it does what it's supposed to do, but before it kept creeping. It was super duper weird. So I'm gonna put the wheels on and we're gonna take it for a little spin and see what it does. See if it actually, you know, runs and drives good the way it's supposed to now. As we have all the wheels on old girl put on, gonna lower it. Beautiful. So started raining, so maybe we might wait a little bit until it stops raining to take this puppy out. But we're definitely gonna take it out and make sure that everything's running right. I think it runs fine, it should be good, it shifts just fine, and it doesn't creep, or it didn't seem to creep when it was jacked up. And we just gotta wait until it stops raining and then we'll take it out, guys, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so it finally stopped raining. The sun's, I mean, the sun is strong out, but I think everything should be okay. Like I said, if you have not seen the last video, it was like extremely hard to shift. Now it's, you know, it feels like it did before, and I think it should be good. Like I said, it wouldn't want to stop. Now it's pretty much stopping on its own. See, I didn't hit the brakes, but gas, let off of it, and it should stop by itself. There we go. So before, it kept just wanting to creep slowly, just like this, like it wouldn't stop. It was so annoying. But everything seems to be okay. I hope it is. So we're gonna rip it a little bit and see what she does. I'm in low. Let me change it to high right quick. Ooh. All right, stop like a good Samaritan. Burn some over. Whee! How about we just get on the grass? Because it feels terrible on the pavement. Alright, so let off the gas. No brakes. Stop. Perfect. Alright, time to shift it. Low, neutral, reverse. Let off the gas, no brakes, and it stopped. I think we're set, dude. I think that it's fixed now. So, like I said, guys, if you guys ever do end up shredding your belt, you're gonna wanna for sure change the belt, of course, but you're gonna wanna for sure, this is important, you're gonna wanna have to take off your clutches. You're gonna wanna take them off and clean them with brake cleaner and make sure all the weights and everything in them is okay, because if not, you will run into actual problems where, you know, you might actually mess up something big time in it. And luckily for me, I got safe and I didn't have to dump any more money into this thing. So we are gonna have to get a whole bunch of stuff for it, guys. I'm super duper excited. The snorkels are on the way, so we are gonna definitely put some snorkels on it. What it is or what they are, you're gonna have to wait and see, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you kind of found this kind of informative. You know, like I said, guys, take this very take it serious. If you shred a belt, make sure you pull off the clutches and clean them good, because it'll avoid other problems later on down the road. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.